is usually right as spring weather pops up in the south. That's right. But we do have actually a lot of different kinds of weather, including severe storms in the forecast for the Gulf and flooding rain stretching from Mississippi all the way through the Appalachians. I mean, this rain is going to really wash out a lot of weekend plans.
Yeah, it's coming back, right? We got a bit of a break, but now we're back to a string of days where the rain's going to add up.
No, I know, right? Looking at the data, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like 3-4 days in a row where the same areas are going to be hit with rain, and it's going to be a lot.
That's the way we've gotten all our rain this year, I feel like, in the southeast.
Right.
Here, you get long stretches of dry weather, and then all of a sudden it rains for days on end.
Yeah.
Well, continues.
Well, the battle between winter and spring, that's going to take place.
We can show you our virtual view of what it could look like as the storm moves out into the plains, maybe a wintry mix, maybe some snow coming into the central states. Here, it'll start with rain, but, you know, let's see if we can switch over to snow on Sunday. The cold air will be the challenge, as it has been all winter, right? And so we're going to continue to watch and fine-tune this forecast and watch pretty closely at the details. But, yes, we've got a chance. So we were in the mid-60s yesterday. We actually have a risk for maybe fire danger because it's been warm and dry out here. We change it completely looking at the script ahead for the weekend with by Saturday night we bring in some showers. Temperatures are cooler. Look at Sunday, we're only in the 30s, and then Sunday night we drop to the 20s, and so we'll have to see just how much snow we could get. There is the potential there that it could be impactful. Again, with those temperatures in the 20s, your travel early Monday or into Sunday, I should say, night could be an issue. Now let's look at the energy that comes out of the plains. How does this play out and evolve? You know, it'll be some rain to start as the atmosphere starts moistening up, and we'll see a mix of the rain and snow from Dodge City back towards Amarillo into the Texas Panhandle. But we've got snow out there in Colorado and into New Mexico, and that energy as it moves east will help kind of create some of its own cold air. So you know, we've got some chances of getting into that snow all the way into Oklahoma City, though it's not a slam dunk by any chance. All right, so Sunday morning we have snow now into the Texas Panhandle. We're still looking at a chilly rain at this point, but then throughout the day, here's our chance to mix in with the snow and change over to snow. And of course, once the sun sets, that can help us out. So how much time do we spend in the precip before this whole thing moves out and gets out of here? Now, Monday itself in Oklahoma City will be warming up above freezing here. So it's really, I think Sunday night would be the time frame where we could have issues. Maybe Monday morning, though, still some challenges. You take a look at that chance of snow, 1 to 3 inches across the area, potential for a little bit more, much more as you go back and gain a little elevation back towards the west. Now, as this continues to move east.
That's the thing, what really stands out. You couldn't even see the dirty snow.
It's true.
You were talking about earlier, you guys, that there is the deficits of snow in the northern tier. There's not only been not much snow, but there's actually none on the ground right now.
It's crazy. And of course, the temperature is a big part of it. And everyone's wondering, is that coming out? Is now there's more than 1,000 reports of significant potholes. So, I mean, even if you didn't have damage to your home, you might get damage to your car.
Right. Oh, just a mess. I mean, see some of those things that you don't even think about, right?
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we still have some issues when it comes to some wintry weather. Lace up your boots for a tranquil traverse. Let's learn a bit more about these 3 unique parks.
Joining us now is Eric Gabriel, the superintendent for the Ice Age National Scenic Trail in Wisconsin, which just sounds cool. Let's hike the Ice Age Trail. Where does it start? Where does it end? And what can hikers expect to see along the way?
Well, thank you, Jen. Good morning, Jen.
Those two kind of remind me of like the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Coast Trail. I mean, are these trails that hikers try to accomplish the whole thing?
Yeah, some do.
I wonder if there's like a placard wall with people who have accomplished those feats.
A club.
Yeah.
A club. So the third pathway is the New England National Scenic Trail in Connecticut and Massachusetts here. So walk us through that new one.
Yeah, sense. You know, with the pandemic and boy, use just really spiked up.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Thank you for everything that you do to make them available to everyone. Eric Gabriel, superintendent for the Ice Age National Scenic Trail. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
How awesome, right? We're up to 428.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to get to 430 at some point.
We know that. But you know what? Just as some spring weather maybe pops up in the south, we've got rain and even severe storms in the forecast for the Gulf and flooding rain, actually, stretching from Mississippi to the Appalachians. Again, we're going to get days of rain in the south.
That seems to be the name of the game, right? We don't get like it in one day. It's like 2, 3, 4 days of the rain.
You know, and I keep going back to this. We've seen so much of it, the warmth in the northern tier of the U.S., the heavy rain in the southern Doesn't that fit perfectly into the textbook notion of El Nino?
It does. I mean, this has been an El Nino winter like none other. Put this in the textbooks. Great.
Exactly.
Yes, it's exhibit A right here.
Yeah. Well, the battle between winter and spring, that's